start off then. Your opponent had Academy. How do you rate him?
Rate him high level, you know what I mean? This is where we are at the moment, in this top promotion. But at the same level, I feel like I always rise to the expectations when fighting. I think he's going to bring out the best in me, and I think I want to put him away in exceptional fashion. But no, he's highly touted. I think if you look at the records, it looks like a landslide, but when I'm actually in there, you're going to see that the skill match is actually one-sided, and it's my side.
That's what I was going to ask, is that he's been able to be a lot more active,
for sure.
Definitely recently. But with that, you're coming from FAI, how does he stack up against who you've been training with, and is there anyone in particular you've been training with in this fight camp?
Yeah, well, years put in with the likes of Paddy McCromac and all coming out of Cage Warriors, Rhys McKee, even Troy Gibson, a few other pros, my brother himself, like a high amateur, all 6'3", big tall men, long reach. So I've always been, it's almost like this fight's been tailor-made for me over the years. But no, he's a high opponent, but as you say, they're the layoff, coming through a number of injuries, just building those calluses in my mind, so yeah. I'm ready to go out here and do the work.
But it has been a long time. The fight last March was cancelled, the one before in April 23.
Cancelled also, yeah.
It was cancelled also, yeah. And then the last time was when you went the distance with Van Elliott.
Yeah, I was out in April, so it was just after that.
Yes. How does that time off, and then especially coming from having that fight with Van Elliott and seeing what he's doing in his career, how does that develop you as a fighter?
Yeah, well, that loss is it's timed well, you know what I mean, over the time, but just you get the rub off these people. I went in week's notice against Oban. We had a good back and forth fight. He was a very smart fighter in the way that he fought me. You can see the experience that came out of him. But no, definitely got the rub off him. And over the layoff, I was still training, getting ready for fights. It was just that I was so hard in preparation that maybe 3 weeks out, it always seemed to be 3 weeks out, I got injured. Broken ribs, tore shoulders, blue knees. And I just kept coming back, and then another little thing, another little obstacle that would get in the way. But it was all for a reason. I'm here now, and to even still get the opportunity to have 2 years off and to still get the opportunity to be in the PFL shows the faith that my coaches have in me. And I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of me being able to bounce back as a man and come through those obstacles. And I can't wait to put it all on the show now, because I have been working my ass off.
Perfect, mate. Thank you.
It's no problem.
Was there ever a time when you were injured that you felt you wouldn't fight again, or did you always know you were going to return?
See, when I did the first knee injury, and it took 3 months to come back, and I got back to better than where I was. Chatting, I'm blessed. My father's a physio, so I went to him, and it's not like I want to get back to a normal person. I have to get back to the level to where I was, and also get better, because I'm obviously getting better in this sport. So when I got back from that, broke the ribs, was going to get another fight signed up, and then I blew the knee the second time. I was lying up again in the knee brace for another 10 weeks. And there's sad times where you're lying there and you're like, is this it? What am I doing this for? But you just have to truck through those. You got to be a tank rolling downhill and just keep trucking, and any obstacle in the way, just take it as it is. And I knew there was a reason just to stick it out, and here it is. And then I'm performing in Belfast. This has been my dream, lads. To drive past that stadium all the time. My missus is probably sick of me saying to her, someday I'm gonna fight in there. Literally, she's probably sick of hearing it. But you get goosebumps even thinking about it. But now I get to do it.
What was your emotions whenever you got offered the fight? Can you kind of talk us through that process? Were you just training one day and Shando says, look, you can fight in the SSE, or was there a sort of process where you had to work to try and get on this card?
I was supposed to fight in, was it March there? And about 3 weeks out, me and my brother, we were grappling, and he came out of position, and just the way his elbow, we were actually just grappling and I'm hitting, just concussed me. And my team pulled me from the fight. So I took a week off, and I was up in Donegal, and I was chilling out. I was almost a wee bit depressed, I was flip me, I've just blown another fight, what's going on here with all these injuries? And Pat texts me through the name, and he says the PFL can't get this guy matched, what do you think of him? And I said yes before I even matched him, to be honest. I'm just here for a scrap, you know what I mean? If I can't go against the best in the world and test my ability, then what am I doing this sport for,
Last one for me. Obviously over 2 years out of the cage, you're coming back, PFL debut, home city, you're fighting in the mecca of fight sports in Northern Ireland. Does that bring extra pressure for this fight back, or do you think it just adds excitement to it?
I just think it adds excitement for me. You know, I've never been one that's really cowed under the pressure. Like I think I shine brighter the bigger the moment is. So I think this is just going to be the exact same when I get out there. I think you're going to be like, that's crazy that this man had 2 years off, loads of injuries, and he went in and did that to a 9-1 guy.
Thank you, Sean.
No problem.
What do you think the reason is that you're getting this opportunity at this time, basically?
Bit of perseverance, showing up to the gym, like seeing what my coach has done. Also a bit of, you know, hanging off Paul's coattails, you know, I have to give the man the props. But I've been with Paul for so long now. Met him many years ago up at Donner McConnelly's gym, seen him boxing, and then he made the transition to Fight Academy from his small town, and I made mine the same, you know, and it just seems like we've all came together. But yeah, I just think it's divine timing in the sense that, as I said, all those injuries happened, and then the card came here, and you know I'm lucky enough to get on it. But yeah, I have to put it down to a bit of luck and a bit of perseverance through what the injuries were.
Well, now that you're here, are you someone that kind of feeds off that energy? Do you already feel the energy of what you can expect when you're fighting in your hometown, basically?
Yeah, well, you know, I know from here, like, and I'm sure if any's been to any events here, like, the crowd is crazy. You know, there's going to be 7,000 in there, but it's going to sound like there's 50,000 in there, let's be honest. And yeah, I'll feed off that energy for sure, you know, but I'll not let it overwhelm me.
Yeah, because you feel like it's kind of divine timing.
Yeah, it's divine timing, you know. It's going to be a madhouse in there, but I'm going to be a cool head in the hot kitchen, and I'm going to show the levels.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Good, thank you. My first question is, your opponent, he's known for his explosive power.
Yeah.
So like, how have you strategized to like deal with that in this coming bout?
Do you think he's got explosive power?
It was the arm break.
See, the arm break got everybody excited. It's got everybody excited, but if you watch that fight, the guy he's fighting, who was the favourite in that fight, which was amazing, I wasn't too impressed up until that point. I think that was just a freak accident. They happen in this sport over time. And I just think it was the way the guy, a bit of both, he down blocked in a strange way, and that guy threw the kick at the time, and I think it was just perfect timing in that sense. Watching all of his other fights, I don't see that he's got too much power. To be honest, I don't think he likes it on the feet too much, and I think after a short time you're going to see this guy diving at my feet.
Okay, that's a great answer.
No problem.
My second question for you is, now that you're in the PFL, you've got your first fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in any of the tournaments, but if you were to win this, is that what you'd be looking for, to get in one of the tournament brackets?
Potentially, you know, I'm just happy to be here, boys. You know what I mean? Like, I was sitting there a month or two ago, a couple of months ago, thinking, what's going on here in my career? Like, I'm injured left, right, and centre. So to be here in this promotion is amazing. Take this fight and then take one fight at a time. You know, I'm sure when Paul gets this win, they're going to try to get him back in Dubai. So I'd love to get over there and get that sorted. So see what happens.
Sounds good, thank you.
Yes, no problem. Thank you, man.
Sean, when you're not training or fighting, how do you like to spend your time?
Well, I work here in Belfast as a firefighter, so I do as well. So I do that, and then apart from that, it's pretty simple. Like, you know, when you're fighting, it's kind of your whole life's into it. Like, so I'm in the gym twice a day most days. So between that, it's walking the wee sausage dog and eating food and chilling. You know what I mean? Drinking good coffee and enjoying life. That's about the height of it.
And how do you visualise this fight going, and how do you plan on finishing the night?
With not giving too much away, I just see him getting frustrated and me capitalising on moments, and you're going to see just a real clean performance. I think he's going to try and make it messy after the opening few exchanges, and it's not going to pay well for him.
Thank you.
That's all I'd say.
Any more questions? All right,